So, we have a couple bits of news today. Not too much. We have a lot of fun stuff, too. Don't worry about that, okay? But we've got some good stories tonight. And our first story, our big story, and this one's going up on YouTube, by the way. If you're not following on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to click the subscribe button or the like or the dislike button accordingly. We upload 3 times a week, so welcome in. What we're going to be talking about today is Donald Trump's possible 4th indictment. I say possible because it hasn't come down yet, but there are rumors as to what that outcome may be. And it's not looking good for Donnie John Trump. What's up, Gustavo Balls? How you doing, buddy? So Donnie John Trump is in trouble. Okay, let's watch a little video and then I have a surprise for you, okay? Something leaked today that I get to show you, and it is crazy. Once again, our boy did everything right, and they indicted him. Okay, let's check out this video from CBS.
Former President Donald Trump could be facing a 4th indictment as early as this week.
I did everything
Georgia
right,
prosecutors
and they indicted me.
Exactly.
Expected to appear before a grand jury to share their findings in their investigation into alleged election interference. Over the weekend, Trump campaigned at the Iowa State Fair, where he again repeated the disproven 2020 election fraud claims to reporters and voters. For more on this, we bring in CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides to talk more about that campaign stop and the possible indictment. Good morning, Christian.
Jersey Mike's Baby Rage, Lamau. Do you like Donald Trump? Foxtrot, you've been in here a long time, buddy. You've been in here a long time. I hope that's not a genuine question. But if it is a genuine question, I will answer you normally. No, I do not like Donald Trump. That guy is a monster. He's an absolute monster. I have a big crush on Donald Trump. No, you don't. Get out of here. Stop trying to rage bait me. Stop trying to rage bait me.
Good morning, Chanel. Well, look, we know of at least 2 people who have already publicly said that they are going.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What just happened to this guy? Also, I mean, I wouldn't blame you for having a crush on the guy. He's got that dumpy. He's got that dump truck.
Know of at least 2 people who have already publicly said that they are going to testify tomorrow morning. Former Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan. And we also know of independent journalist George Cheedy. Both of them have posted on social media that they're going to testify tomorrow. What this likely means is that District Attorney Fani Willis is likely coming to the end of this case, building her closing statements, presenting this to the grand jury so that they can decide whether or not they're going to move forward with whatever charges they may be against Mr. Trump and whatever allies.
Whatever charges they may be, he says. Whatever charges they may be. Well, at my surprise, after this video, we are going to look at the leaked charges. They were leaked today.
Maybe also the targets of these investigations.
Sources are telling CBS News that former President Trump could potentially face what's known as a RICO case in Georgia that has to do with racketeering and conspiracy. What more can you tell us about that possibility?
Well, look, Georgia's RICO statute is considered much more expansive in scope than the federal code. What this means is that essentially it gives the opportunity for DA Willis to build a story around this case and not just present evidence against Mr. Trump, but also build a story around what some of his allies might have been allegedly doing while allegedly pressuring folks down here in Georgia to overturn the 2020 election. So this is something that is expansive, and it's something that this district attorney has used in the past. She has experience using RICO charges against defendants. We know that she has done this back in 2005 against a big case that had to do with cheating scandal amongst teachers here, and some of the results that were put forward by those tests that essentially some students presented. And we also know that she has done this with a musical group, that a rap group here. So this is something that she's familiar.
I'm sorry, I was looking at something really quick, and why is he in talking about a rap group? Look, listen, here's what we're going to talk about, okay? There's a couple of big things as pertains to this case. Okay? First of all, I have the possible charges. He's not been charged with anything yet because the indictment hasn't come through. But if the indictment comes through the grand jury, I have what the DA is going to try and charge him with. We're going to read that. Before we read that, there's a few important notes that I want you to consider. It has been said by the chief of police that is handling this case that if this indictment goes through, Donald Trump will be treated like any other person that comes through that courthouse, which means purple walk, mugshot. Okay? Already awesome. We're getting there. Second thing that this means, some of these charges are severe, some of them not as severe, but the total amount of charges that are in this are crazy. There's a ton. And it is important to note, because I haven't always known this, but it's important to note, the president cannot pardon state charges. So what does that mean? This means that if this goes through, okay, and if Donald Trump is charged with these charges that we're just about to read, he cannot pardon himself from these charges after winning the presidency, if he does win. Another important note to tack onto the end of that: it is legal to be the president while in prison. So, does this change a lot? Not necessarily. Because if he still wins the presidency after being charged with these things, he can still serve his presidency from in prison. That is legal. But anyways, just a few important notes before we read the charges. I apologize for the image. The image is a little bit low quality, but we're gonna read the charges now, okay? And this blew my mind when I saw it, just by the sheer amount of charges, okay? I still like the idea of him not being able to do anything, and it's upsetting him. Oh, and there's another note, by the way. Another note is, in federal cases, there's no filming in the courtroom. There's no law against filming or live video in state courtrooms. So, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying there is a chance. There's a chance we could get Donald Trump's trial in Georgia live. God, the content is incredible. It's just the sheer amount of it is just incredible. It would just be so incredible. Oh, man. I'm just saying, we can only hope. True, we can only hope. So this document is a little low res, okay? This document's a little low res, but I have a list of what they want to charge him with in Georgia. Reacting to Donald Trump's trial. It'll be like a worse version of the reacting to the Johnny Depp trial. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the list of charges, okay, that they want to charge him with. They have not charged him with anything. But if the indictment goes through, this is what they're hoping to charge him with, okay? Here we go. 1 violation of the Georgia RICO, Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, okay? That's the most serious of them. That's the most serious of them all. The RICO felony is like for mobsters and shit. 5 counts of solicitation of violation of oath by public officer. 9 counts conspiracy to commit impersonating a public officer. 11 counts conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree. 13 counts conspiracy to commit false statements and writings. 15 counts conspiracy to commit filing false documents. 17 counts conspiracy to commit forgery in the first degree. 19 counts conspiracy to commit false statements and writings. 27 counts of filing false documents. 28 counts of solicitation of violation of oath by public officer. 29 counts false statements and writings. 38 counts solicitation of violation of oath by public officer. 39 counts false statements and writings. So this was leaked by the DA's office on their website, I believe, today. This was leaked by them today on accident, and it was immediately taken down. But we live on the internet, so it was caught before it got taken down. So that's what we're reading out. This is speculation as to what he may be charged with, but the sheer amount of charges on that is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. There's a lot, so I can't really count, but I mean, it's somewhere around 150 charges. That's very funny to me. It's very funny to me as well. I would like him to be arrested on all of these charges. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. Just so many counts. I would just like to see like the jury findings reading at the very end of the trial. Like, that would take so long. But we'll see. I mean, maybe they're trying some sort of shotgun tactic, hoping to get as many of them to stick as possible. Or maybe they have an airtight case and they can prove down to, to the wildest degree that all of these are provable. Who knows? I don't. But that's what was leaked today. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. We will see. We will see how that happens. We'll see how that works.